Not how to get over to that. We'll tape it. We'll send it out.
Yeah.
Yo, right now, sir. We ready?
I think he's waiting to get the stat sheet. He's printing it off.
1 second.
Okay.
You ready, sir?
Yeah.
All
Yep.
right, we'll go with an opening statement from Coach and then take questions.
Yeah, just really proud of our team to go on the road and play well enough to win. Really want to tip my hat to Coach Lee and his football team. They've played a lot of tough games, as far as turning the ball over, and they were able to manage that today and really made it a very difficult challenge for us. I was really proud of the way our team responded in the fourth quarter, specifically our offense and our quarterback. I thought he did a really nice job of just responding every time with touchdown drives to finally put the game away. Obviously, Luther Burden had another outstanding game. Credit to, come on in, bud. Credit to Coach Moore and Coach Peeler for finding matchups and creating opportunities for those guys. Obviously, I thought Theo Weiss and Mookie Cooper and Marquise Johnson obviously had really good games. And then hats off to Brady for setting the SEC record for most passes without an interception. That's a lot of hard work by him and taking care of the football and studying tape and fortunate bounces. But, again, really proud of the way our team found a way to win the game. And we'll take this victory home and try to improve next week. So with that, I'll open up for questions.
Eli, I know it's obviously all about winning the week, but to go 5-0 and have this start like it does, what does that mean to this locker room right now?
I think they're really excited to be 5-0, but I think they're also really mature enough to know that we didn't sign up to play to be 5-0. We signed up to compete in the SEC, and the only way you can do that is to go 1-0 each week. And so I don't really think they're buying the hype or drinking the Kool-Aid in any sort of manner. I think they're focused on how do we play this game and then how do we get better.
Hey, Coach, what was it like playing in an atmosphere where you're at an away game and
Yeah.
you have third down sounding like you're at home?
Yeah, you know what? I should have started with that. Our travel, Mizzou travel today was unbelievable. It was phenomenal. When they threw that, whatever that was late in the game, the boos from our fans was unbelievable, and cheering on third downs caused a false start there in the first half. Just really impressive that our Tiger faithful traveled that way and made a big impact. We're very appreciative, and we're very appreciative of everybody for selling out next week's game, and let's keep the momentum going.
Eli, you mentioned obviously Brady breaking the record. What does that speak to his work ethic, but also just his ability to avoid those types of mistakes? Yeah, we talk about being a smart, disciplined decision maker. That's really the hallmark of a good quarterback. He's playing smart, not conservative. When the ball, when it needs to go deep, he's been able to hit those deep balls. When he needs to take some checkdowns, he's done that. He just hasn't put the ball in jeopardy very much. It'll happen at some point, but so far so good.
How much does the confidence continue to grow among him and his receivers? Can you get to a peak of confidence, or does it?
No, I think your confidence comes from your preparation, and those guys have been preparing all summer, and then your preparation meets performance, and your performance is excelling. And I think we're throwing the vertical ball really well. I think Coach Moore's having a knack for calling the right plays at the right time and getting the matchups that we need, and our quarterback's doing a really good job of placing the ball in great spots. Tonight I thought we really protected the quarterback well. I thought they got to us on maybe the first drive, and then we really cleaned that up. And offensively, the only thing I can complain about is that fourth down. We snapped the ball when we didn't even have a cadence. That's happened twice in this game, and that's got to get cleaned up. and then our yards per rush were not where we want them to be. But that's good. That means we got things to work on. We're not a finished product yet.
The offense had two 100-yard receivers tonight for the first time since 2018, Luther and Theo. Talk about what Theo was able to do tonight and just the depth of the receiver room.
Yeah, I mean, Theo just gets open. I mean, he's a big body with good speed, body control, has a knack for making really difficult catches. I mean, the third down play was, we were in a cluster formation. They jumped off sides, and he runs a wide wide go ball, and Brady just has so much confidence that he's going to put a catchable ball to him. He's got really elite body control. He made that one on the first drive of the game too on a third down, back shoulder ball. So he's an elite player, and we're fortunate to have him for sure.
Coach, this week we talked about third downs and what this offense could be if get the third downs. Are you 50% on third downs? How do you feel like you guys?
Yeah, I thought the biggest ones were the 4-point plays in the red zone. I think we hit 2 touchdowns on third downs to Luther. I think that was really big for us. But obviously a much better job executing, and I think defensively they were 2 for 10, right? So improvement there on both sides of the ball. Obviously the red zone turnover that KAD forced was pretty good too. I don't know what the record is on number of games in a row with an interception, but 3's got to be pretty good.
Eli, defense kind of stepped up there towards the end of the first half, especially. I think there were 4 straight drives, 25 total yards of offense for Vanderbilt. What did you kind of see after that touchdown drive that they had? The defense kind of stepped in and settled things down.
I mean, there's always figuring out what they're trying to accomplish, especially when you have a quarterback that hasn't had a ton of reps. And so I think once we figured out, okay, this is how they're trying to attack us, we weren't doing a very good job setting edges in the first half and allowing the ball on the perimeter, or in the first quarter, allowing the ball on the perimeter. And, we obviously missed a zone read, Yumi call right there with the D end and the safety. So, we weren't really worried. People are going to score. It's about how you respond, and we did. Disappointed in the last 2 touchdowns. In a cover 3 defense, you can't allow somebody to run through the middle of the field. So, we got to get those things cleaned up, but it keeps us humble, and that ain't all a bad thing either.
Eli, on a similar note, Vandy came into this game with a highly touted receiving core. Just kind of how would you evaluate how your secondary held up against them?
Well, they're highly touted because they're really good. I mean, Shepard had the one catch on Ennis that I thought was really good, and then obviously they had the RPO at the end that was a really good throw and catch. So I mean, they're really good players. Obviously, I think we held them to 259 yards passing. So solid night. Obviously, two plays we wish we could get back there on the deep ball over the top and the RPO.
You mentioned struggles in man coverage after last week's game. What did you see in that area today?
We didn't play a lot of it, to be honest. We played a lot more combo coverage and a lot more invite the throw. Really, the fourth down, we had eyes in the backfield. We were covering our running back, and we thought the pressure was going to get to him. We took our eyes off our man. So still young players out there that have got to learn to play through the play and keep your eyes on your man. But again, we're going to continue to grow and get better, and today's performance was better than the previous performance, and that's all you can ask for right now. That's what you got to do as a team. Try to keep getting better each week.
Eli Darius wasn't present at the game. Can you give an update on his status, and who'd you kind of see step up in his presence today?
Absence, yeah. Yep. Yeah, D-Rob, the whole plan all week was to hold him out anyway. On Thursday, he felt really good and did the walkthrough, and then on Fast Friday, went out there and just didn't feel like he could give us anything or enough to make the trip. So we felt like it's in the best interest of him to stay and get the treatment that he can, and hopefully he'll be back this week. That's what the questionable was. He was 50-50 on Thursday. I think obviously Joe Moore got more snaps. Johnny's been very consistent, but Austin Firestone got that sack on the fourth down, which was awesome for him and good for us too.
What did you like about, I think Theo's got 10 targets in the first half. What did you like about the matchup that was there, and how important is he proven to this offense just in general?
Yeah, I think one is his maturity. He's got a maturity level to him, the way he practices, the way he conducts himself, the way he holds that wide receiver room. I think he's a glue guy, but he's an elite player too. And we like Theo's matchup every game. I mean, he's going to be a tough cover. And obviously when you have Luther in the slot on the same side, that's problematic for everybody.
You mentioned the snap, 9 penalties today, most of those on the O-line. What do you think is the cause of those, and what
Yeah, I'll have to go back and watch the tape to try to pinpoint what we got to do, but obviously 9 penalties is too many, and if they're all on the offensive line, that's an issue. I know they're not all on the offensive line because we had an illegal man downfield that was it's called on the tight end, but it was on the wide receiver, and I guess probably 8 of them then were on the because we had a late hit, then we had a defensive holding.
That was pass interference.
We had a pass interference, so maybe just 6. 6 too many.
5 weeks ago, we were talking about who's the quarterback. Now Brady just keeps kind of.
Y'all were talking about it. I wasn't.
You answer when people ask, but just the numbers keep building. I mean, do you feel like is he getting the recognition maybe now that he deserves? Or
We don't worry about recognition. We're just trying to be 1-0. Nobody cares. Our locker room doesn't care. I mean, that's what STP is all about, man. Just go out, prove it on the field. And don't worry about it. If you get caught up in it, we talk about ignoring the noise. If you get caught up in it when it's negative, or you get caught up in it when it's good, that's a weakness either way. Like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't have anything to do with our performance and what we're trying to do. That's his job to get the public recognition, to put the stories out there. That's our creative team's job to tell the stories. Our players' job is to ignore all of that and keep trying to be 1-0 each week and focus on our team, because it's just about us anyway. It's really not about any of that.
Eli, how impactful was Luke's punt there? I think it was second quarter, kind of pinned them at the 4, kind of helped you guys with field position the following drive. Just how impactful was that to today's game?
It was great. That's the first time we've been able to really play some complimentary football, specifically with the special teams, and hats off to him. Hats off to Trevez Johnson on the tackle inside the 15 on Sharks, which was really good. So we're making some progress there, but really proud of Luke.
Early in the second half, Theo had a block that allowed Burton to kind of get a huge gain. And you talked a lot about the wide receiver blocking early in the offseason. Are you happy where that's at this point in the season?
Well, it depends what play you're talking about. We had we had some really good perimeter blocking today. We had some that wasn't as good. It's just about being consistent. But I thought Mookie made a really big play on the first drive when we had some poor perimeter blocking by a tight end. But for the most part, I thought it was pretty good.
You guys ran a lot of crossing routes and found a lot of soft spots in the zone against the Vandy defense today. Was there anything that you guys saw in preparation to this game that kind of gave you a key or an idea of how you were going to be able to beat that secondary?
I think they do a really good job of mixing man and zone cover. So I thought Kirby and Jacob Peeler designed a really good plan to give the quarterback a pre-snap indicator on what we felt like we were facing. And the quarterback knew what his answers were in man and what his answers were in zone. And we were able to get to some of our base concepts that we've been, practicing a lot throughout the year. And obviously the quarterback was really accurate.
It seems like Brady's doing a really good job of being able to find those and know where those reads are. What's it like now that he has broken his single-game passing record twice throughout the season already, just to be able to have a quarterback that is so decisive?
Yeah, it just allows the offensive coordinator to be aggressive in his play calling. There was no fear of can we put it in his hands, down or up 10 right when they scored. It was just keep calling your game because your quarterback's going to execute it the way you see it. I think that's the biggest thing, is when a coordinator and a quarterback see the game the same way, and they're within reason, they kind of know when I call this play what the outcome's going to be based off what we know the defense is. And, that's happening right now. So we'll continue to try to gain from it.
Thanks, guys.
Appreciate you, Coach.
Thanks,
Downtown tonight, guys, or no?
Natalie, you got some water or something.
I stole a Gatorade from Vanderbilt. I can't say I feel bad. I am like, my head is pounding.
Oh my God.
They legit
All right, well, Brady Cook and Luther Burton III joining us. Brady will be up first.
I told Cal I was eating, so when we go back home, like, I'm not gonna eat when I was there.
Yeah.
So I'm just stack up for the season today. Oh yeah, I was just like, this is they can crap on Vanderbilt and walk to the stadium. This fool going nuts.
Dude, I'm not looking forward to the freaking track back to my car through the basketball.
Oh, I forgot all about that. What time you heading out tomorrow?
Questions when you're ready.
Brady, this is 3 straight 300-yard games. You almost got to 400 yards at this point. Where's your confidence at with your receivers and just the flow of the offense?
Yeah, I think I'm becoming a lot more confident. I know the receivers are. I know the O-line is. I know Cody and Nate are. So the offense as a whole, I think, is confident. And if we can just get over that hump of, getting stopped, about halfway through the game, where we can, make that next leap and just put the game away, and just keep pounding, I think we'll be in a really good spot.
Brady, this season for the first 10 passes of the game, you're completing 84% of your passes. What have you done this offseason, or what tools have you been given to allow you to get into such a rhythm early?
Yeah, the offseason consisted of the shoulder rehab, obviously, which helps a lot. And then, just the overall process of, film study and, building chemistry with Theo, with Luther, with Mookie, with Kai, all the guys. Having two backs in the backfield that I trust. I know they know the protection so well, like it's the back of their hand. So I know I'm protected. Having a confident center right now. Connor Tollison's playing great ball. There's a couple things we need to clean up with the snap infraction, which I can probably help with that too. So overall, it's been a lot of work in the offseason that's being shown right now.
Brady, what does it kind of mean to you to be able to break the record of most consecutive pass attempts without an interception? Did you know about it going in, and kind of what's your thoughts about that?
Yeah, I actually saw I saw a tweet or something about it, like yesterday or the day before. I was like, oh damn, like great. I was like, all right, well, hopefully not this game, So that's cool. I think interceptions are a part of the game. Obviously, I'll probably throw an interception this year, so I'm not too worried about it. I'm just trying to do the best I can.
What do you think's kind of made you able to kind of continue that streak, just with the decision making and stuff like that?
Yeah, I think it's just. I think a lot of it has to do with preparation and just knowing where everyone is on the field, and then making confident throws based off of that.
Brady, we were talking about fan support a couple weeks ago, right after that Kansas State game. You're just kind of saying how you would like, more of the fan base to kind of get behind you, and you hope the K-State win. How has this fan support been these last few weeks for you?
Yeah, it's been a big change, I'd say. It's awesome. It's very cool. I feel supported. It gives me confidence, and I think it gives the offense confidence. So I think overall it's a positive thing.
Do you know your last interception was against these guys?
Yeah, I do.
Do you remember it?
Oh, I remember it very clearly. Very clearly. Yep, rolling out to the right on a little zone read play. And I was in between throwing the ball away and just kind of giving Cody Schrader a chance, and it was just awful. Bad interception. Never forget that one.
Brady, we were talking to your family before the game today, and it was your little cousin's birthday. And what he told us is that you're one of the people that he looks up to. What is that like, knowing that not only just for your cousin, but you've got little kids across Missouri, looking up to you as the Tigers quarterback?
Yeah, that's one of the coolest things about all this. Shout out Colton. Happy birthday. Thank you for making the trip down, seriously. My family has been incredibly supportful through all of this, supportive. I just can't say enough. I couldn't have gotten through the tough times of last season and my shoulder rehab and my injury, and just there's been a lot of tough times throughout all this. They've been there. They're still here. They travel I mean, it's Colton's birthday. You know, he's here and he's excited to be here, and he's going to tell his buddies about it when he gets home. So I'm so blessed to be in that position. I just can't say enough about that.
Brady, we actually saw you slide a couple times today. Did the coaches finally get into you about that, or is there a decision that you had to make today?
Yeah, I've been really banged up, to be honest with you, and I've got to get healthy for conference play. So that's something I actually talked to James Franklin about it last week. I was just, hey, like, how do you protect yourself out there? Because when you have the ball in your hand and the game's on the line, all you want to do is score. You want to get the first down. You want to put it all on the line. And he gave me some pointers, and I'm glad I slid because I feel great.
So can we expect more slides the rest of the season?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Brady, 6 to 12 on third down. The last couple of weeks, third down has kind of been a struggle area for you guys. So what is it like now that this offense is clicking? It was already clicking before, but now that you guys add in kind of converting those third downs, I mean, what's the ceiling for this offense?
Yeah, I think we just got to keep going. We got to clean some things up, like I said. Make sure we're staying good on, not committing penalties and pre-snap. Make sure we're clean, no false starts, things like that. And then obviously, conversions on, third downs and then those fourth downs that we, the 4th and 1s, the key downs like that. We got to continue to hone in on that.
What do you have to say about BOE's performance tonight? What's it like going out there and playing with him every day?
Yeah, he's an incredible receiver. I've said that. I'll continue to say it. He's such a big target, so athletic. His yards after catch was always great. But yeah, some great targets in the receiving corps.
Brady, how much does having an elite field stretcher like Marquise help with you not just hitting an open man deep, but opening things up for other receivers underneath?
Yeah, it's like so hard to overthrow him. So I know if I just throw it as far as I can, he's gonna run under and catch it. So that's obviously great. No, I'm just kidding. But he's a great target, obviously down the field. Last week we saw it. It opened up one underneath for Luther when he was wide open, and it's continuing to show up. So he needs to just keep doing his thing, keep showing those wheels off. It's going to help us.
Brady, we know you're a pretty humble guy, but around this time last year after the bye, you were talking about just kind of stepping up for your defense and playing better, and then you followed that up with a win versus Vandy and then South Carolina. How does it feel like a year later that this offense is doing that? Everything you said you was going to do for that defense, you guys are doing consistently now.
Yeah, I just feel like we're following through. I told the defense all offseason, I'm going to have your guys' back this year. And I feel like we're doing it, so it's special.
Thank you, guys.
Appreciate it.
If you sent us the audio from Drake's presser, by chance.
My station won't let me.
Oh, sir.
You got Luther Burden third year ago. Questions? One
So that's 3 straight 100-yard receiving games. At this point, what are you seeing for the defense? Is the game just that much slower for you now?
Yeah, it's definitely just slower for me, and my coaches, put me in the right position at the right time, and the offensive line, doing a great job protecting Brady, trusting me and giving me great balls.
Luther, what was it like to kind of see Dio pop off there for a 100-yard game alongside you?
Well, I told him last night, I'm like, dude, you finna go for 100 this game. I already know. So we already had that conversation, and it was just reality now.
You catch that touchdown at the end of the game, and you're going down the sideline, tapping your head. What's the energy level of the receiving room right now?
It's definitely high. We feel like the team is gonna go through us. So we just gotta come on our A game every game, and set the tone.
On your first touchdown, Brady threw a pretty beautiful pass over two defenders and hits you in a really tight window. Seems like your connection has grown every single week since you guys have started playing together. Can you talk a little bit about what that's like and how that's grown?
Well, Coach Drink, talks about he basically saying like if the first week, it's a start. So for us to just keep getting better each and every week, that's good for us. And it's just slowing down for both of us, and we just executing at a high level.
Luther, are you surprised at all just how well the offense is clicking right now?
No, I'm not surprised. Not surprised. We just expected.
Coach said you guys try not to worry about bad press, good pressing, you just worry about going 1-0 every week. But honestly, I mean, with the way Brady's playing, what type of recognition do you think he deserves among just quarterbacks in the nation?
Man, Brady's my guy, so for sure, I'm gonna ride with him through it all. So just let him cook.
Luther, so far this season you've just been amazing on the field. Do you ever think about potential awards that you could win? Does that fuel you, or do you just try to ignore those?
Not really. I just go out there and just play my game, try to get a win each and every week, and the rest take care of itself.
Luther, one of the topics of discussion early in camp by Coach was about the perimeter blocking for the receivers. How have you kind of seen yourself grow in that, and how did you kind of see it on the field today?
Well, we work on it every week, and we just continue to work on it and continue to make an emphasis on perimeter blocking, and it's going to show up each and every week.
Luther, Marquise with another notable game today. Just kind of how have you seen his preparation and mindset change as he's gotten more involved in the offense as weeks have gone on?
It's slowing down for him too as well. Him just him being him. Just let him run and shoot. Good things happen.
How much easier is your job now when the whole receiver room is basically 3 catches, 50 yards, and making big plays everywhere? Like, how much easier is your job?
Well, it's very much easy when everyone getting involved. So you can't just focus on me. So yeah.
Anything else for Luther? All right, guys. Thanks. We got plenty to
Appreciate
catch.